Whoa, what is going on, 7-3 gang? Welcome back to another Powerstroke Central video. Today we're doing a special one for y'all. I haven't done a Hydra tip tuner video in a while. I've done a ton of videos on the Hydra tip tuner, and I've done a ton of videos on the cold air intake as well. I'm also going to be doing a couple more cold air intake videos, but I wanted to throw it back here to the Hydra tip tuner just for this video. I have a MBRP 5-inch turbo back exhaust system coming in on the 15th, guys, so make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned for that, because that's going to be a huge video for y'all. I'm going to be installing it at a shop, and we're going to be doing the whole 9 yards there, doing before and after sound tests. So make sure you guys subscribe to see that in the future for y'all. But today I'm going to be showing you guys all the different modes on my Hydra tip tuner. I have 15 different modes, and I really like the Hydra tip tuner all around. Like really every single mode. I've kind of tested out every single mode. So I'm going to show you guys in this video what each mode is and how it works. Dive right into it. So guys, I'm going to start with the low modes because those aren't really interesting. One mode is the factory stock. That basically just reverts it back to the factory stock mode. It's basically completely bone stock in one. That's just it. It has no extra horsepower, no nothing. The two mode, as you guys can see, that is the high idle mode. It actually idles up to 1100 RPM, and that's really nice, guys. The high idle mode is really nice because that's when you want to charge up batteries, when you want to cold start kind of videos. That's a really good mode to do that in. Well, it really helps with those cold starts and charging up the batteries. That's really the only main two things that the second mode does do. The third mode, guys, that is your death pedal mode. So as you guys can see down there, I'm putting my foot down and nothing is happening. The truck is running, as you guys can see right there, and nothing is happening. That is the death pedal mode. As you guys know, I do have a kill switch on this truck as well, to an extra layer of protection against thieves, but this Hydra tip tuner, guys, has added another layer of protection. The death pedal mode is really nice. If the thieves are not very intelligent, they won't know that the Hydra tip tuner is doing the death pedal mode. So even if they do fire it up, they'll pull it out of the driveway and they won't be able to go anywhere. So that's another great way to protect your truck, is the number 3 mode, the death pedal mode. The fourth mode, guys, is honestly one of my favorites. I really like this mode. It is called the whisper mode, and as you guys can see right there, we'll go ahead and swap it back to 3. Bam, and you can see before. It goes all the way down to about 500, 600 RPM, which is really nice, guys, because it is the whisper mode. That's what they call it in the Hydra tip tuner pamphlet. They call it the whisper mode, and it is really nice, guys. Whisper mode to where you can actually hear what's going on inside the truck. I have a straight pipe on this thing, so the straight pipe's really loud when I'm driving down the highways. So whisper mode makes sure that it's nice and quiet. I've heard people say that you don't want to drive on this mode, just because I think how it works is that it tells the engine not to put as much fuel in, so that way you can lower the idle speed. And so I can almost guarantee you that's not very good for the engine. The 5th mode, guys, I'm not too sure what that is. I believe that is one of the towing modes. I was right. Number 5 is the towing mode, guys. That's what I use if you had a gooseneck trailer or a trailer on the back that you're towing. That one you do gain horsepower, I believe. You gain 25 horsepower in the towing mode on the 5th mode. That's just like the beginning of a gain in horsepower. That's the very beginning start. 5 is right there. I've heard a lot of people daily driving in towing mode, but I don't personally like to daily drive in towing mode. I like to daily drive in the fuel sipper mode, which I'll get to that one in a second here. The number 6 mode, guys, is the first daily driving mode. That's what they have here on the Hydra tip Power Hungry Performance. It is the daily driver. You gain about 40 horsepower in that first mode, which you won't really be able to tell a big difference in horsepower, but you'll definitely be able to tell if you're, maybe if you're trying to get on an on-ramp or something like that and you need to really punch it, you might be able to tell a little bit. Personally, I don't keep it in the number 6 mode. I just hardly ever use it, and that's just the 6 and 7 mode I hardly ever use. Probably never ever used. So number 6 mode, you do gain 40 horsepower, and it's the first daily driving mode. Number 7 is the second daily driving mode. The second daily driving mode that the Hydra tip Power Hungry Performance Diesel provides for you. That one you gain 65 horsepower. That's what it says on the sheet. You gain 65 horsepower in that mode, which is going to be a big difference, guys. You're going to be able to tell for sure in the power. That's the second daily driving mode and the 7th mode on the Hydra tip tuner. On to number 8. That is our fuel sipper mode. This is the one I keep it on, guys. This is the one I've actually gained a mile per gallon plus with this mode on, and I also do gain a shitload of horsepower too. I could definitely feel the power in the truck, especially when I'm in 4th gear. The good thing about the fuel sipper mode, guys, number 8, is the transmission shifts like a freaking gym. I don't even know what's going on with the number 8 mode, but I've tried number 6 mode, tried number 7 mode, but nothing shifts the truck like a number 8 mode. It shifts way earlier, and it shifts a lot smoother than I personally think in the number 8 mode, and that's why I keep it in that mode, and and that's why I get such great fuel mileage in that mode, is because the fuel sipper mode shifts a lot better and it's able to stay in 4th gear for longer. The number 9 mode, guys, that is going to be our 4th daily driver mode. So the fuel sipper mode is technically considered a daily driver mode, but with this 4th daily driving mode, you get 80 horsepower. Personally, I've never used this daily driver mode. 6, 7, and 8, or 6, 7, and 9, hardly ever use them, but I would rather prefer using the number 8 mode. And right now it is starting to currently rain. So the number 10 mode, that is going to be our first performance mode, guys. So that is going to be the one that is considered the first performance mode. That's going to be like your racing stuff and stuff like that. I've personally done the 10 mode when I'm doing these 0 to 60s for y'all. That's the one I really like the most because I don't spin the tires as bad, and I'm actually able to shift my transmission without it blowing up. Because once you get into those 14, 15 mode or 13, 14 modes, that's like 150 horsepower plus, and you're just going to blow your transmission easily. So I like to keep it around the 10 mode because that's just where I find the sweet spot when I'm trying to do the 0 to 60s. Number 11, that is going to be the next towing mode, which is, I wish they would have done it 5 and 6 towing because that way it'd be back to back. But if you want to do another towing mode, that one you gain 80 horsepower. If you want to do another towing mode, you got to shoot it from 5, I believe, all the way up to 11. So that's something I really don't like with the Hydra chip tuner, is that modes, but I hardly ever tow. So if I am going to tow, I am going to put it on that 11 or 5 mode. Also, guys, if I'm trying to climb up a big hill, I'll put it on the 11 or 5 mode as well. It just depends on how steep the hill is, because 5 you gain 25 horsepower, 11 you gain 80 horsepower. The last 3 modes, my personal favorite is 12, 13, and 14. 12 is the first performance mode, and that one, guys, you're going to gain a whopping 100 horsepower. Now that will just blow out of the water. You'll be able to tell a huge difference in the 7.3, much power you gain. And also, guys, in this mode, this is the mode that you will start to roll some serious coal. Now this mode, number 12, I don't personally like to race in it because it will spin my tires pretty bad, but if I were to definitely choose a mode, it'd be 10 or 12 to race in. I've raced people in the 14 mode, guys, and it just spins my tires right when I put it down. Don't recommend that, but if you are looking to race somebody, put it in that 12 mode. You gain 100 horsepower or get some decent tires, some good tires that are going to stick to the road a little bit better. This mode you gain 100 horsepower, and personally I really like. Now the number 13 mode, guys, is the racing mode. That is 120 horsepower. Absolutely insane, guys. I really like how this mode goes. Number 13 is, it's number 13 and 12, and then 14, it's kind of like a buffer area. So I'd rather be on 14 or 12 instead of 13 because I'd rather get a shitload of horsepower or like a good amount of horsepower to where I don't spin the tires as bad. But 13 mode, guys, you do roll a shitload of coal as well, and I personally do like this mode. You gain 120 horsepower, and it is considered the racing mode, but I don't really keep this mode on in daily driving. If I'm gonna do this mode, I'm gonna be either rolling coal on somebody or just racing somebody. Now the last mode, or you have the 15 mode, which is the valet mode. I don't really like to go over that because I never ever use this one, so I just want to keep it on the 14, go up to number 14. But the 14 mode is my personal favorite that I like to have fun in, guys. That is the freaking coal roller. That's what I keep it on whenever I'm trying to roll coal for you guys in these videos. I keep it on the 14 mode. That's just going to ensure that I just absolutely cloud the whole highway up, guys. And when I mean roll coal, like, guys, you just literally cloud out the whole highway. If you do it right and you get the actual shoot it down and shoot it up, guys, you'll absolutely cloud out the whole highway. I've rolled coal on people and they'll come up right to my window and flick me off and shit. It's freaking crazy how much coal this thing rolls. Now that being said, if you're gonna race in this mode, I don't recommend it just because you're gonna spin the tires like a motherfucker and you could blow your transmission. I've personally tried to race in this mode, or I've tried to do 0 to 60s in this mode, and guys, every single time I put my pedal down, by about halfway I'm already at that 3,000 RPM, maybe even hitting the red line. I just would not do that, guys, because you will blow your transmission if you have it in the 14 mode and you rev that sucker up. So yeah, that is actually a gain of 140 horsepower, and that is the extreme mode. So that's as high as it goes. That's as much horsepower as you're going to be able to gain with the Hydra chip tuner. Now that's all the modes that I've run down here. I've never ever run down every single mode that I have on the Hydra chip tuner and what its purpose is. I just wanted to share that with you guys for this video, this little Thursday upload, and I really hope you guys subscribe and stay tuned for the MBRP backpiping or turbo back exhaust system, because that is going to be pretty insane. That being said, though, guys, we have a cold air intake and we have a bunch of other stuff on this truck that I'm going to be filming as well, and I'm going to also be giving you guys a full rundown because I'm almost out of fuel. I actually drove to Refugio the other day, as you guys guys can see, I put a lot of miles on the truck, 332 miles, which usually I'm only able to get 300 guys for the full tank. So I'm definitely going to be gaining a lot more fuel mileage, and I'm going to be able to get a more accurate results for you guys on if the cold air intake did increase fuel mileage. So that being said, if you want to pick up any 7.3 stickers I have down below, I'm not going to plug them too much, but I wanted to just make a quick video for y'all. Anyways though, thank you guys for watching this Powerstroke Central video. Make sure you subscribe for more, and go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And yeah, that'll be it for this one. If you want to watch more videos, it'll be up here or down there. And peace out, fellas.